But now at 6, the 4th of July turning dangerous as fireworks sparked fires, shattered windows, and more in our area. A closer look at all the incidents fire officials had to respond to coming up. Plus,
it was very scary.
The local Haitian community now fearing deportation after their temporary protection status was canceled. What the new ruling from the Supreme Court means and why it's rejecting claims the move was racially motivated. And thousands of soccer fans ready to descend on Seattle today as they host the World Cup matchup between the U.S. and Belgium. And things are getting interesting after organizers overturned a red card for one of the U.S. Stars players. We will have a preview of all the action coming up as your News at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning and thank you for joining us on your Monday morning. I'm Matthew Herchik. Hope you're having a great start to your post-holiday week. China, Rod, and Chris all had the day off, so it's just me and Celine Stevens holding down the fort this morning. Hope you had a good weekend, Celine, and things are looking pretty good to start the week.
Yeah, definitely. You too, Matthew. I mean, it was kind of hard not to, I feel like, especially with how great the temperatures were. We had the sunny skies, warm temperatures, nothing more you could ask for. But today is going to be a lot like that. Already it's shaping up to be great. I mean, look at our Rose City sky camera right now. 61 degrees is where we're at right now, nice and mild. And as we get into the rest of our day, it's going to continue. We're actually going to heat up quite a bit. But right now, temperatures across our map, we're 57 in the Dalles, 55 down in Salem. Along the coast, we're seeing more 50s. It's 50 in Newport, 54 degrees in Astoria. So pretty mild night. And take a look at the temperature difference. In Portland, 5 degrees warmer right now than this time yesterday. In Scappoose, 5 degrees warmer as well. So again, these temperatures already trending up. We're dealing with high pressure right now, which is why our temperatures are going to be so warm today. We're actually supposed to hit a high of 90 degrees. So that does come with moderate heat risk, I do want to say. But just look at today, hottest day of the week. So that's the good news. If you don't like the heat, it ends today. After that, we're going to be 70s, 80s. We do have a fire weather watch in the gorge for Tuesday. Rest of the week is nice and warm and dry. I'll break more of this down in a bit.
All right, thank you very much, Celine. Meanwhile, we do want to start with a traffic alert. This Friday and Saturday, the Morrison Bridge will be closed to motorized vehicles while crews work on strengthening the bridge. The bridge will remain open to cyclists and pedestrians. And we have a new video of a fire that sparked in Lincoln City because of fireworks over the weekend. Police say that 8 people are facing charges in connection to the fire that broke out on the 4th of July. It sparked on a hillside near Southwest Coast Avenue, forcing road closures and prompting level 1 Be Ready evacuations for nearby homes. Firefighters worked for hours to contain the flames, with crews sticking around to monitor hot spots. And it's a similar story in Redmond. The fire department there saying illegal fireworks caused this house fire on Northwest Hemlock Court. That happened Sunday night, and when crews got there, the fire was coming out of the front of the home. Luckily, the building is used for storage by the owner, but the amount of items inside did make it difficult for crews to fight the fire. A fire investigator said the cause was from illegal fireworks that ignited near dry vegetation that spread to a wooden fence and then to the house. And multiple people were taken to the hospital with significant injuries after Salem police say an explosion related to an illegal firework went off in a neighborhood. The explosion shattered windows and woke up the neighborhood Saturday night. The Salem Fire Department says the blast came from an illegal mortar. 3 men and 2 women between the ages of 34 and 67 were injured.
I see my car, the glass is all shattered. I'm like, oh man, well that sucks. But then I see people like being taken away in the ambulance. I'm like, oh, what's going on?
According to Salem police, 6 vehicles and 1 house were also damaged in the explosion that sent debris flying some 80 yards from the blast site. The police department is investigating the incident and will work with the DA's office to determine if charges will be filed. A woman is dead and 4 other people are recovering after a boat crash on the Willamette River near Sauvie Island. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says a 33-foot cabin cruiser crashed into an aluminum walkway leading to a dock. This happened just before 11:30 Saturday night. First responders found 1 woman dead at the scene, while 4 other adults, including the boat's operator, were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators are working to determine what caused the crash and say it's too early to know whether speed, impairment, or lighting played a role. Meanwhile, at Willamette Park, volunteers rolled up their sleeves to help clean up Oregon's waterways after the holiday weekend. The Surf Rider Foundation hosted cleanups across the state, including at Willamette Park in Portland, where crews collected 312 pounds of trash. Organizers say removing litter from rivers and beaches helps protect wildlife and keeps debris from washing into the ocean.
We always say, pick up after yourself. And so it's always good if you see a piece of trash on the ground that's safe to pick up, always grab it and put it in a safe receptacle.
Organizers hope this cleanup is a reminder to people to pack up what they bring in, since they say leaving trash behind is against state law. After 16 years, temporary protected status for Haitians has been canceled, leaving many fearful for themselves and their loved ones and the potential of being deported. Jake Holter spoke to some local Haitians joining us live this morning. Jake, what have they said? What can you tell us?
Yeah, Matthew, what I can tell you is that this comes after the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Trump administration after the lower courts blocked this order back in February. In the Supreme Court opinion, Justice Samuel Alito writes that judges overstepped their authority in second-guessing the administration's decisions. In dissent, Justice Elena Kagan wrote, quote, "Race entered into the president's resolve to remove Haitians from this country," citing the president's claim that Haitians were eating pets in the run-up to the 2024 election. Haitians have had temporary protected status in the U.S. since the 2010 earthquake that killed hundreds of thousands of people. Violence and political turmoil followed, with the Haitian president being assassinated and the streets becoming overrun with gangs. So local members of the Haitian community are frightened for their loved ones.
They don't know what to do. They scared to go outside. Some people even scared to go shopping.
Where they're from to Haiti, they don't have a home anymore because the gang people already take where they live. If they send them away, they just send them back to death.
And the federal government lists July 10th as the expiration date for employment authorizations, so many Haitians expected to be laid off in the coming weeks. Matthew?
Jake Holter reporting live for us this morning. Jake, thank you. With the death toll from last month's earthquakes in Venezuela has now climbed to more than 3,300 people. Officials have not updated the numbers of people still missing, but some experts believe the true death toll could be significantly higher as recovery crews continue searching through the rubble. And thousands of miles away, Oregon's Venezuelan community gathered in Beaverton to mourn those lost and organize relief efforts. The community potluck brought together families, volunteers, and local organizations that have collected more than 1,000 boxes of humanitarian aid. Now they're raising money to ship those donations, including food, medicine, hygiene supplies, and baby items to families in Venezuela.
We have been experiencing in Venezuela 27 years of bad government, and 8 million people have migrated out of Venezuela because of the situation has been very hard and difficult. And now we have on top this earthquake, 2 earthquakes on top of the wound that we have. So we have so much pain right now.
Organizers say churches, businesses, and community groups from across Oregon have joined the effort too. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, just head to venezuelasvoicenoregon.org. Meanwhile, President Trump rang in America's 250th birthday with a couple of celebrations from South Dakota to Washington, D.C. While some events like the Great American State Fair were shut down over the weekend because of extreme heat, the president wasn't letting that slow him down. At Mount Rushmore, he took a moment to salute the forefathers of America.
These are the men who declared the freedom and won our freedom and saved our freedom and secured our freedom. They were men of action, men of ambition, men of daring, men of destiny, and men of truly great intelligence. Above all, they were great men of history.
Later this week, leaders from countries that are part of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization will meet in Turkey. 2 likely topics of discussion: finalized peace talks between the U.S. and Iran and security around the Strait of Hormuz, and the ongoing Russian war in Ukraine and NATO support for Ukraine.
Generations in the future, they'll remember this moment I want to hear you all say one Philly.
Well, in honor of America's 250th birthday, a time capsule filled with memorabilia, artifacts, and trinkets from all 50 U.S. states, 5 U.S. territories, and all 3 branches of the government was buried in Philadelphia. The time capsule will remain buried until July 4th, 2276. Inside the capsule, the state of Oregon put the She Who Watches pin, which was handcrafted by acclaimed Native American artist Lillian Pitt. Washington put in a proclamation from Governor Bob Ferguson and a letter from the Lieutenant Governor. The capsule also contained things like state flags and crystals from the 2026 New Year's Eve ball, an Olympic gold medal, and an iPhone 17 Pro Max. So certainly lots of interesting items for our future Americans to uncover there, Celine.
Definitely. You know, too bad we won't be there to see their shock when they see the iPhone.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm not even sure they're going to know what it is 250 years from now, but like you said, hopefully they put a charger in there so
yeah,
they can
honestly,
turn
probably
it on.
they'll have no idea. But
yeah.
Anyway, the one thing I do know is we're going to have a really nice Monday, just like we had a really nice weekend. Okay, temperatures are going to be nice and warm today. Really, it's going to be hot actually once we get to later in the afternoon. But right now it's pretty mild, 55 degrees. Looking at our sky camera at the Reserve Golf Course right now, pretty nice shot here, clear skies, and that's going to continue as we get into the rest of our Monday. It's a really nice day. Taking a look at our satellite, you'll see down south of Bend, we are seeing the rain continue down there. They were seeing thunderstorm activity yesterday. That does continue into Monday, which could cause some fire concerns actually due to the lightning. But further up north, obviously near Portland, we were dry all weekend, and that's continuing today. And in fact, we're really not even going to be dealing with any clouds today. That comes tomorrow, but today is just clear skies and warm temperatures. And so looking at our futurecast, you'll see again that the rain continuing down to the southeast, but in Portland we stay nice and clear till around Tuesday, Wednesday. That's when we're going to start dealing with partially sunny skies. Still overall nothing to complain about as temperatures will remain warm, and we're really going to get to stay nice and dry until we get to around Saturday. It's a little bit uncertain, but there is a possibility of us seeing some precipitation come Saturday in the Portland area. But even then, at the moment, it looks like it would be pretty light and spotty. But again, all week looking nice and dry and warm. And so here's your headlines. Today is the hottest day of the week that we're going to see. 90 degrees today is what we're forecasting to hit. We do have a fire weather watch going on in the central Columbia River Gorge and the upper Hood River Valley for Tuesday due to low humidity, gusty winds around 30 miles per hour, and those warm temperatures. But then after that, we're looking nice and warm and dry for the rest of the week.
Like to see it, Celine. Thank you very much. The KGW School Supply Drive is almost here, and we need your help getting students ready for the upcoming school year. And one way that you can help is by going online to kgw.com/school to sign up your business or organization. Then we will send you an official KGW School Supply Drive collection kit to help collect what kids need most in the classroom. So join us and help send thousands of local families, kids, and teachers back to school prepared.